You're listening to John Stapleton's History of Tameside on BBC Radio Manchester. Now, something few people know about is the Tameside connection with the Spanish Civil War of the late 1930s.
My name is Brian Bamford. I'm Secretary of Tameside Trade Union Council. What happened in Spain in the middle of July 1936 was there was a military uprising against the democratic governments of Spain. The reason for this uprising was based upon the fear of the landlords and the church that the government may act against their interests, but essentially it was led by the army and a large proportion of the generals. James Keogh was an apprentice tailor who was working in the centre of Ashton. He had only a very short walk to the place where he was working, and when he got to about 21, he told his mother that he got a job in Leeds, somewhere in Yorkshire. So he had to go to this job in Leeds. And next news, she gets a card from Marseille with a French stamp on. And he says, I'm on my way, I'm going to Spain, Mum. And that was it. And that's the first she knew that he was going to fight in the Spanish Civil War. The boat that he was on, with a lot of his comrades, if you like, the Barcelona, on its way to Catalonia in Spain, was torpedoed, they think, by a German U-boat, and it went down. A lot died, but quite a few survived, and James Keogh had to swim for it, and he managed to make the coast of Catalonia. Besides James Keogh, who lived in the centre of Ashton, there was Albert Godwin from Duckingfield, Daniel Albert Boone from Ashton, a James Greenwood from Ashton, a man I believe to be called William Brown from Ashton. Lillian Urmson, born in 1915, and she would be about 21 when the Spanish Civil War began. She went to Spain in 1937 and she nursed people in the north of Spain, but she was back in Staley Bridge in October 1938 when she was appealing for medical aid funds for the Spanish Civil War. She also fundraised door to door in Hyde, Duckingfield, Ashton, as well as Kendal in the Lake District. And while she was out there, we know she was under fire several times and she was nursing on the front. It's a great country to live in, and there was so much unemployment in the 1930s that I think a lot of them, like Albert Godwin, James Keogh, and even Lillian Urmson, thought to themselves, let's get out of this and let's experience this sort of adventure of fighting for a good cause, freedom and democracy in Spain. I think they went with that spirit in mind.